What can you say about Vice City that hasn't already been said before? I mean, this is a huge game in the GTA universe. I remember when Rockstar launched this, it was the biggest thing ever. What they wanted to do is follow up GTA 3 with a snapshot in time of the 80s world, and they managed to do this perfectly. It's so iconic and so retro, it's just so good. I remember when it came out the first time at the start of the 2000s, and the world was very different back then. You didn't have YouTube, and there was no wireless internet or Wi-Fi, and not everyone had internet, and it wasn't common the way that it is now. It didn't have an attack, games weren't available to, you couldn't, there was no streaming, or that just didn't exist. The way I played this game, I remember playing it in my girlfriend's house while she was working over the summer, and I had a book, a massive book, which was a walkthrough, and I used that to tell me how to do things. And at the back of the book were a load of cheat codes. You could type these codes in, and you could suddenly make your car fly, or you infinite weapons, or God mode. And that was how we played these games. And Vice City has always had a fond place. I think it's the first game that in the GTA world that I experienced from start to finish myself, and I've always had a soft spot for it. The trouble is, it is difficult to play now when you go back and try to play it because of the way that the old PlayStation 2 controller layout, it just doesn't work, and it's so difficult to get the hang of that when you're used to playing the new and more modern games. So the definitive edition just released by Rockstar is such a breath of fresh air. It is so cool. Look at the footage here. It's been updated, enhanced. It bounces off the screen, but it's not too much. It doesn't look like GTA 5, and it shouldn't, because this is Vice City. But it's so easy to drive the cars. You're using exactly the same controller layout as you would in GTA 5. So those GTA players who are used to playing GTA 5, GTA Online will have no problem adapting to this. I'm super excited about this and the other two games as well, and I'll be bringing you some more footage of all of them. This is the most exciting thing that has happened in the GTA world since the release of GTA Online. And mark my words, these games are coming back. I also still believe that there could be some kind of crossover in the new GTA metaverse, which will include GTA 6, GTA 5, GTA Online, and why not these enhanced games too? Wouldn't that be something? Look at these characters, the little enhancements and the little additions, and the 80s music that's pumping in the background. It's just such a cool experience. And for those players that are a little bit bored of doing the same things over and over again in GTA Online, now you have something else. I know it's a bit of an expense, 54 quid, but it is 3 games and they have just been enhanced, and each of these games has their own legacy and their own background and are brilliant in their own right. I would not hesitate for a second. If you've got the money, get these games. And guess what? Christmas is coming up. We're so close. Put this on your Christmas list. You will not forget it. I'll be bringing lots of footage from the 3 definitive edition enhanced games to this channel and to my TikTok channel as well. So do keep an eye on both. And let me know how you're getting on with this, and if you've what your experience is, what you think of the new enhanced games. The footage I've seen so far is just awesome. San Andreas is pumping, Liberty City is back, and of course now Vice City. And I'm so excited to go through and play some of these missions. It's been literally years, and I'm talking a lot of time, since I've played this game. Why? Because I did actually buy this. I bought the entire trilogy before it was taken off the PlayStation Store, because I'm on Xbox and PlayStation. But it was so hard to play the game because you're literally pressing the trigger to fire, and you're driving with a button, and that's completely opposite to the way that we play games in GTA Online. And this is the biggest thing that they could have done, and I was so excited to hear that they were going to use the GTA 5 controller layout, because that was a big bugbear for me. These missions, I mean, they've even changed the way that you fire. Check out the way that you're actually shooting your gun and things like that. And there is so much to discover again in this game, and to me it feels like I'm playing a brand new game that has some very fond nostalgic memories for me. Let's go back to a time where YouTube didn't rule the gaming world, and where Twitch Prime didn't exist, and you couldn't even connect to Wi-Fi, where you had to dial up using a phone line to get your internet, and where being online didn't really matter. All that mattered is you could get into the game and you get into character, you get into your Lamborghini, and you're off and running. Wouldn't that be something, right? And imagine playing a game like that where you didn't have access to an online, and there's no Fortnite, Minecraft didn't exist. All of this happened before. GTA is a huge rolling stone that is going nowhere, and we've got so much more to look forward to, and I'll bring everything to you to this channel and to my TikTok channel, so stay in touch. See you soon.